This movie was shot by a foreigner. Not only was it the most authentic Chinese shadow, you take one, you take nine. Also, it is the only one so far that has been officially. You can go to the center of the Forbidden City to shoot the film. Movie styling to clothing. And then to the location. God made the decadent and lonely end of the Qing dynasty. The last emperor is the last emperor. Winter of 1908. Empress Dowager Cixi entered the Chen Palace. Empress Dowager's decree. Pick up the old man and go to the Forbidden City to train the old man. The mother hurriedly tidied up. Take care of the baby after payment.
二莫，我把孩子交给你了，往后只有你看看了。快点！
They come back at night. Chew an incense. All the women of Zhou were dressed as fairies. And waiting for Cixi Day. Empress Dowager Cixi, the most one bite. The throne has been sealed.
我立你为四皇帝，继承大清的皇位，你就要成为天子。
And he took the throne. The most important emperor in the history of China. 1 to 3%. What's so qualitative? The day of the enthronement ceremony, he was sitting there, looking around, very impatient. The minister next to him couldn't help but say peace. It's almost over. I want to be successful. Daiking is really about to end, and he's like a minister. He must be a prisoner. The body of the 95 Supreme, the emperor, is the elephant of power and light. He has thousands of servants who serve him, but one can really understand him. Until he turned 10, I just found my mother and brother. The younger brother came forward and knelt down, but he didn't directly straddle his brother's body. I walked in front of my biological mother, 7 years old. Who I have long forgotten the...
还记得我吗？不记得。
But who is he really? I soon became acquainted with my brother. Not only did he introduce his own battle, let him play freely in the palace. It's just a matter of status. Pudong sits on a high chair, and the puppy can only accompany the left and right. Tell your brother, I will represent the emperor. Ordinary people look at the emperor. And if you buy it yourself, they are the ones who suffer. You have an innate sense of wonder, and you have an innate sense of wonder. It has been deeply engraved on the surface of Pu's bones. But what Pu doesn't know is, it's turning upside down outside. The 1912 revolution succeeded. The Qing dynasty was overthrown. This is a duvet. He became the emperor of the Forbidden City. Everyone knows that the Qing dynasty has died. He's the only one holding the drum. Tiang Pu suddenly wore a black-colored dress. That is the color that emperors can wear. Pu Da scolded my brother. He's disrespectful. Can you reply directly?
你不再是皇上了。如今有一个新皇上，他把辫子剪了，他也不坐轿子，他坐汽车。
It was a shock. The brothers had a heated quarrel. It shows your own power. He directly ordered a woman to drink up the ink, and that's not true. It's like you've got one. Pick up the ink and go away. Pu is very dissatisfied. He dragged his brother up to the city, and they saw a steam that didn't need to be pulled. Sitting on it was the new emperor of China, Yuan Shijiao. Pu cried. He has always regarded himself as the supreme of the 95. Can you do it? He's just a golden bird trapped in the Forbidden City. They sealed off the new world with a wall. He poached his own taifu. You are the emperor. Can you buy it?
在宫里，皇上永远是皇上。
He shipped it, because the outside is already the Chinese people's army. And this is Yuan Shejin, the heart of the heart. I want to find my own breast for comfort. But the milk has also been sold out. He chased after them desperately, but he couldn't catch up. This is the first time I feel it. It's freezing cold in the Forbidden City, and this is just the beginning. Fast forward to May 1919. The civilian government is like a feudal dynasty, rapidly decaying. That year, it was a mixed bag. Yuan, she was crowned emperor. The Japanese signed 21. The streets were filled with protests. Deep water outside, but the Forbidden City was peaceful. Pu bought himself a British elder. It's about sexuality, Western culture.
华盛顿是什么人？
一个有名的美国人皇上，他是革命的将军，第一任美国总统。
啊，像俄国的列宁先生。
不太一样。
This is the first time that Pupil and Weston have met. This person is also a friend. Pu! Imperial food and culture.
First, 100-year mix. Snake oil. Angel's hair. Garlic sprout.
And that was the Western idea that was first taught in Houston. It suddenly disappeared outside the warehouse. There's a lot of crying going on. He was kneeling on the ground, covering everything outside. Here we go. Yuan, she signed for the emperor for 21 years. The students outside are fighting. Request removal. Pu Yan is also very angry. He also wants to go out and see, but the Forbidden City is so big. Big pusher fan. There is no fan. The old man suddenly gave him a free ride. Since then, Pu Yan will no longer sit, walking around all day, soaring freely in a small world. But the fast light is short. Tianti and Pu suddenly received it. The mother swallows her own breath. He wanted to see the best side of his mother. It can be delivered as soon as possible. It was stopped. They went to the big one. Pu Qian ordered his subordinates, here you go. Here you go. This is where you are. It was the second time he felt it's freezing cold in the Forbidden City. And the emperor, he redeemed. It's not just a laugh. On that day, he fell and killed the thing he loved the most. Soon, it will be the year of the wedding. Concubine, please forgive me. We sent a photo of the grid owners. Let him choose his queen and concubine. But the queen and concubine have already been sealed. Concubine Pu and the empress Wanrong. One concubine Shu Wen. But the queen is too old. Too old-fashioned. He wants a modern wife. The British government and the French government. It's the wedding day. Pu, if you can do it yourself, the form of marriage must be reformed. Freedom of marriage. I'm overjoyed at the beauty of a new generation of women.
听说皇上床底下有支香，打算去牛津大学。皇上愿意带婉容走。
They got along well that night. Pu also agreed with the idea of Wanrong's first meeting.
你一定要跟我去牛津大学。
The Forbidden City looks peaceful, but it's already filled with hundreds of holes. The correct one is not rotten from the top to the bottom. Acquisition of international collections. You buy your own house. He cut off his beard from the queen's face. To show the heart of reform.
天地光绪因为想变法维新被人害死。好吧，我要整顿宫廷，看看他们会不会把我杀了。
I mean, think about that fire. Ran out of the house's collection and books. Pujuo, other method. Only 1,200 people could be expelled from the Forbidden City. Shinigami. Look at the people who are with you when you grow up. You can't bear it, but only so. Fast forward to 1924. That year went by one wave after another, just in the small life of the puppy. One of them suddenly entered the imperial palace. He left his home. Pu didn't want to build his own image. The first dog of the family was escorted out of the Forbidden City. This is where he left off. Do you really want it? And his heart began to fear. My kinsmen hate him. The Chinese people also don't care about him. Under the fear of the Japanese, Pu went to Tianjin. The Japanese concession is seeking refuge. Under the praise of people, he is as gold as soil. He became a dude. And this is also the heart of concubine Shu. To marry him. He is the only emperor in the history of China to have been suspended.
我要和你离婚。
2. Pu was silent for a moment and then refused. You cannot marry the emperor. Kiwen has left his mind in the Forbidden City. She is the imperial concubine of Puang. But where are you? She's just a little love. On a rainy day, wind ran out. She let it rain. For a moment, 1,000 catties were lifted. The text is wrong. Same here. Yoshiko Gegagwa, who has become. It is not the instigation of the ancestral tomb quilt of the Luzhou royal family. Empress Dowager Cixi was blown to pieces. The pearls on the crown of the Empress Dowager are also. Jeshi sent off his new wife. Let me know. Disappointed by the civilian government. He doesn't want people's reaction. I want to establish a new political system in Lajou.
你没有看出来吗？日本人在利用你。
Why doesn't his heart not understand? But just one hope. He doesn't want to.
If you go, you betray your country!
Which country? In 1934, there was no resistance from the people. I went to the Spring Festival to hold the enthronement ceremony. He was wearing a robe. At the call of others, he regained the throne. And Wanrong also became the queen. Yoshiko Kawasaki's goal was achieved. She wanted to be a success. Going to fry Shanghai.
我恨中国。
Wine at night. Everybody's there. Only Wanrong hid aside and sobbed quietly. The music and dance of the house. Only the queen wakes up. This is her, because it is not suitable for international transportation. It's already stained with poison. Pu and Wanrong broke for a day because it didn't work. So I'm going to Japan. I didn't touch her either. Wait until he returns to the United States again. The world has long since changed. His men's weapons were confiscated. The minister was detained. And a new one. Is this a big poison? Put on his physical strength. It means that the Chinese government is not a colony. It's about being an independent agent. The Japanese people under the influence of the world. Puan is talking about it. But his own minister. It didn't work. He was the only one left in the emptiest room. Like a clown? Until here. You just got it. I'm just a puppet of Japan. I learned that the Queen Wanrong was pregnant. Refused to hand over the power. It means that they are being raised by their own children. But the Japanese don't like people's hearts.
这就是孩子父亲的名字。他姓唐，是你的司机。
颜面尽失的溥仪只
They were forced to write on the case. Since then, Pooh, the bottom is the puppet. This is the beginning of the Japanese people. But even if it is, the Japanese still refuse to take a break. The child was killed at birth. Wanrong was also sent to a mental hospital. I was imprisoned. History is similar to human beings. Have you ever seen your own breasts? I've also been to my mother's self-care in the past. Now that's his wife. He chased after him again, asked the warehouse to send the order. The fruit is returned by one person. He spent another 10 years in prison. Until 1945, Japan announced its surrender, waiting for the warehouse. He turned to Wanrong again. It's just that she's got it. She spits on every Japanese. It's also reasonable. It seems that she has long forgotten about it. It's been a long time, and it's a long time ago. And Wanrong didn't have any words to say. But you're sitting on a runaway bike. He was captured by the Japanese army. the emperor who has been most of his sons. The research is just empty. The 50-year-old was sent to the warehouse for renovation. But even so, he also did not change the emperor's work. Not using yourself. You don't need to wear the shoes yourself. Even toothpaste powder needs to be served by others. Why didn't you dip it in tooth powder? Classic C. The warehouse has reordered a room. The service of the servants. And those who were detained were all officials of Zheng Zhouzhou. They don't want to take pictures like slaves. Morning exercises. The whole body's disheveled. It's a classic way to reprimand him. Let him live by himself. And he looked at Zheng's people with help. It's just that he didn't have it this time, but yelled at him in hatred.
你以为我还是你的下人吗？
He lowered himself silently. A man who hates a man. But I did.
The last time. The last time.
He was going to be sentenced and released. Pooh! The man took his wife's hand. This is Pooh.
This is my wife. We had 3 children.
Of course, she has served you for many years, but she didn't know that. At night, the criminals are watching the war. The heinous crimes committed by the Japanese slaughter. Don't do it. Thousands of people lost their lives. You're looking at yourself on the screen. The wrong thing is bothering him. The poor people died because of him. Lost because of him. Guilty! Pooh committed all the crimes, but it comforted him.
你为什么把所有的罪行都承担下？可是你不可能知道日本人在哈尔滨进行细菌战的实验。你只应该对你自己做过的事情负责。
Pooh! He was messing around with the flowers. He's got to take responsibility for himself. It took another 10 years. Pooh was pardoned. Yes, he is not the emperor. I am no longer a prisoner of the United Nations, but a citizen of the People's Republic of China. He returned to Beijing. I got a job at the zoo. Just like everybody else, in the ordinary days. Another 8 years. Pooh spent some... I bought a ticket to go home. The past is still powerful. There was just no air there anymore. Under the morning sun. Step by step, he walked toward Zheng's Hall of Supreme Harmony. It used to be the place where he wanted to go. Now he's a guest. He crossed, step by step, towards the familiar chair. The fruit was stolen by a child. The original price is the same as the original price. Noodles of children's Pooh.
我是中国最后一个。
The child does not believe. Pooh Jin sat on the chair. Then I took out a piece of noodles. This is a gray one. He smiled and wiped dry. Then I sent a boy. This is a boy. I can't believe you're out of there. It's gray. One more time. Pudong has disappeared. Now it happens every year. Welcome guests from all over the world. Almost everyone will be welcome. This is the Hall of Supreme Harmony. The most important emperor in China is the new emperor. I used to live here. Pudong's life is sad. A big yellow one. Sealed all his fantasies. The Forbidden City is so small that it will always be spotted. In the Golden Palace of Ginbei Hunhuang. The Forbidden City is also very important. Push a fan. There is a fan. And his life was like that. Only the trapped one. Emperor to puppet. Puppets to prisoners. Can't be autonomous. Generation needs to change. He is the emperor. It's not a big deal either. Just ordinary people who control their own lives. Okay, that's it for today. If you like it, you will receive a note. I am Ah Bing. Looking forward to your next encounter.